What's going on, Jerome's? It is peak off season right now, and that means it is ranking season. And our friends over at Pro Football Network put up the rankings for all 32 projected starting quarterbacks in the league, and we want to run through because Kirk checks in at 12. Seems a little bit low, and we'll get into why, beyond just like purple bias. But so starting at the bottom now, we hear with the rookies, Bryce Young, Anthony Richardson, CJ Stroud. I think it actually is fair starting all the rookies down at the bottom because you don't really know what they're going to be. And even though they're all highly drafted, sort of is what it is. You got Baker at 29. You got Russ at 28. Ooh. Spicy, but I love now. So here's what's interesting. So Russ at 28 because of the piss poor season he had last year. Everyone thinks that Russ lost some weight and Sean Payton is going to be there and all that stuff. Don't see it, man. Also, I love that they know that Matthew Stafford is washed because a lot of people and a lot of sites would put Stafford probably in the top 10, easily ahead of Kirk Cousins. But if you watched Stafford last year, I mean, congrats. I mean, Stafford got his ring with Kevin O'Connell, has won nothing without him. But also, he got paid fat contracts. So, I mean, he's got it made in the shade. And I think the Rams are basically done at this point. Deshaun Watson. So, Deshaun didn't play great when he came off suspension last year. I think that's factored in. But would I put Deshaun below Ritter, who hasn't shown anything, or Jordan Love? I don't know, man. But Ritter at 25, I think that he has a great chance because Ritter, I loved him at Cincinnati. He's a great distributor. I think he's a great leader, and he's got weapons all over the place. You got Bijan, you got Pitts, you got Drake London. Falcons offense could be a lot of fun, man. Jordan Love at 24, too high. But yeah, unknown commodity. 23, I like that they have Brock Purdy low because Purdy was great in what he was asked to do last year. He didn't paint outside the numbers. He basically was just an extension of Kyle Shanahan on the field. But can he be elite? Can he be that guy that you win games because of versus win games with? We'll see once he gets back from that UCL surgery, which may not be at the start of this year. Mac Jones at 22, Kenny Pickett at 21, understandable. Jabroni Brisket. So Brissett has always been a solid number 2. I don't think that he's ever really going to be starting quarterback material, but sort of a placeholder or bridge quarterback. Like if you're kind of wanting to tank, or if you have a quarterback that you want to, young quarterback you want to bring along, like I wonder if they put Sam Howell on this list where he would be probably 28. Something like that. Jared Goff at 19. Again, I like that they're not afraid to call a spade, and Jared Goff was great last year. Stud, don't get me wrong, but is he ever going to be that guy? Like, is he ever going to be that assassin, or is he going to be more of a product of his environment? Ben Johnson did great things with him. Sean McVay did great things with him. Went to a Super Bowl with Jared Goff. They scored 3 points in that Super Bowl against Brian Flores' defense. Woo! No big deal. Tannehill at 18. That seems a little bit high. Fields at 17. I feel like this is actually relatively fair. I know Bears fans are going to be freaking out, but he hasn't really shown much with his arm. Obviously, he's been dynamic with his legs. Like, he was a record-breaking quarterback on the ground last year, but we'll see. That's still TBD. Kyler off of ACL. Jimmy G, I think, is way too high at 15. Derek Carr. 14 seems a little bit fine. I'm glad that Derek Carr is behind Kirk Cousins, certainly, because, I mean, you know. Daniel Jones at 13. Now, a lot of people are kissing Daniel Jones' ass because of what he did to Donatel's defense, and also he got paid. But I still don't buy it. I still do not believe in Daniel Jones. Kirk at 12. Kirk is too low. So Kirk I will put above Aaron Rodgers. I mean, compare them side by side, beyond reputation and all that stuff. Compare it side by side last season. Kirk had better stats, black and white. Kirk had better analytical numbers. Kirk had a better team record. Kirk actually got his team to the playoffs. Kirk actually won the division. What more do you want? What more do you want? I understand it's all hype and substance and name value, but Rodgers, no. Geno, I love and respect what Geno did last year. I would not put him above Kirk. I like what Tua did last year, but he just couldn't stay on the field. And if you're going to downgrade some other players who weren't on the field last year, you have to downgrade Tua too. So I'll put Kirk ahead of Rodgers. I'll put Kirk ahead of Geno and Tua. Lawrence is where it gets kind of dicey. So I understand you're betting on the come, you're betting on the future with Trevor Lawrence, but if I needed one quarterback for one season right now, I think it would be Kirk. Now, there could be a completely different answer at the end of the season if Lawrence takes that leap, but sure. Lamar Jackson, I get it. I would move Dak below Derek Carr. Like that's where they got it wrong. Where I respect what they did, putting Russ and Stafford and Deshaun in their place, and also Jared Goff, and also Fields. I think is ranked accurately, but yeah, Dak is way too high. And then you get to the top 5. I think overall this is fair. Like you could maybe swap Hurts and Herbert, but I'm mad at this ranking. I think win, play, show 1, 2, 3. Mahomes, Burrow, and Josh Allen is pretty standard. Pretty standard. Like, I mean, maybe you could bump Hurts all the way up to 3, just based on what they accomplished last year. But no. But I think overall, this is fine. I would probably put Kirk at 7 or 8. But I think they did get things right, where Geno accurately highly ranked, but shouldn't be ahead of Kirk. I like where they put Jimmy G is way too high. I like where they put Fields again, and I like what they did with Goof. Goof, Russell Wilson, Stafford, Deshaun Watson, etc. But Cousins at 12, too low, man. But your thoughts are thoughts. Take a look at Pro Football Network's quarterback rankings heading into a 2023 season. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts and their thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. One support the work. Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol production value.